I'm here with Zoe King to get feedback from my poster and my magazine. Okay, first question. Do you think the colour scheme of my horror poster works effectively in general?
I think yes. You've used the black dominant image with like kind of white there. You've got the white masthead and then you've got the red tagline. So those are the three main colours of horror, or the conventions of it. So I think you portray that well.
Okay. My tagline is, what began with one will end with many. What does it make you think and what effect does it create for the poster?
It makes me think like, what began with one? Like it questions like, what's going to happen in the movie? I like the ellipsis because it's like the pause, like a dramatic pause. Yeah, I really like it.
Okay. What do you think of the style of the typography of masthead ominous?
I think it works well. It's because it's like kind of painted, it's not structured as well, and it's glowing and it's white, which kind of represents like a typical ghost. And because you've got the ghost next to it, it's like links together.
What does the cell line at the top of the poster make you think?
It makes me know that it's a like professional film because it says from the producers of 2 films, so you know it's a decent film. And it follows the conventions of a poster.
Do you think my dominant image will make people go and watch the film?
Yes, it's very horror looking. Her eyes are just like looking at me, making me feel uncomfortable. And the way she's peering over just makes me want like, I don't know, everywhere I go I have to like look around to see who's following me.
Okay. Does the layout of my poster relate to an existing poster you may have seen before?
It's kind of like The Purge.
Okay.
Because you got, although it's not the close-up of her face, it's got the masthead in the middle, it's got the tagline underneath that, but I like it how it's not just her face. I like it how it the way it's laid out, that her face is near to the masthead, so it's like directly showing what is that.
Okay. Last one, what is the thing that you like about my poster?
I really like the typography of the masthead. I think it conveys horror really well. It conveys a subgenre of paranormal. The colour of it links in with the theme and conventions of horror colours. Yeah, that's what I like.
Now we're moving on to our magazine. So, what do you think of the typography of the masthead?
I like it. For one, it's red, so it follows conventions of horror. Secondly, the font of it looks like it's blood dripping down. So it's kind of like on your poster it's like a ghostly effect, but this time it's blood. No, I like the contrast and both connote horror.
Okay. Does the colour scheme of the magazine work well together?
Yeah, I think so, because obviously you got the main black background, then you got the white cell lines, cover lines, some taglines as well, and then you got the red of the masthead, some of the cell and taglines again, and I like how you incorporated that with one of the characters' t-shirts. I think that all links together.
Okay. How do you feel about the antagonist not being obviously identified on the dominant image?
I like it how they're all looking a different way, that the ghost is behind them, so it's like they have no idea where it is, and like when you realise it's there, you're like, wow, like it scares you.
Yeah. Does the use of cell lines interest you on buying the magazine, and why?
Yeah, it does. With a giant fold out poster inside, like I'm getting something free, and it'd be for the film, I'm guessing. So it like links all together again, and this is what you typically get in a magazine as well.
Okay. What do you think of the format of the magazine?
Format, I like it. I think for a magazine you tend to have the masthead at the top, so that's a very iconic piece there. I like how you got the sale and taglines either side, so it's not bulked in one place. I like how the issue dates are down the bottom, because that's where they normally are as well. Yeah.
Okay. What is the most thing you like about my magazine?
I like, in the masthead you've got the hands at the sides, and I also like at the top how you've used the hands to separate the cell lines as well and what's included in the magazine, and I think that I really like that. I think it works really well.
Okay.